So far this year, I'm up almost $200,000 with the 70% win rate. How I utilize FVG is a key factor, key component to my strategy and how I show up to the market every single day. And in this video, I'm going to break that down into detail, what an FVG is to me, how I utilize it in my strategy. I'm giving you guys all the sauce, no gatekeeping. Now, before we start today's video, I want to remind you that I have a free Discord community full of killers, full of winners, people who are making money, passing these challenges, getting funded, and going about trading the right way. So if you want to be part of an amazing community, a vibrant community where we're posting our wins, we're posting when we get funded, all the receipts are in the chat. You're seeing daily breakdowns from myself every single morning, breaking down the markets and what I'm looking for on that specific day before I even take the trade. Hop in the free Discord, click that link in the description below. Again, it's free. Can't wait to see you inside. What are FVGs and how do I use them in my trading? There's so many different ways you can use FVGs, just like how there's so many different ways you can use support and resistance, supply and demand zones. All that matters is that you find out the best way you can utilize it in your strategy, right? So I'm not here to debate on which one or which way is better than the other. I'm just going to talk about how I use FVGs in my current day trading strategy. Okay, so what is a FVG? It consists of at least 3 candlesticks. So we have this bullish FVG right here. The first candlestick for the bullish FVG, the high is going to be the bottom of the bullish FVG. Then we have the second candlestick. This is the aggressive move to the upside. And then the third candlestick, the low is going to be the top of the FVG, right? So you can see high of the first candlestick, bottom of the FVG, aggressive move. Then we have the third candlestick. The low of that candlestick is the top of the FVG. And that's it. Okay. Now, when price approaches an FVG, it's going to do one of 3 things. Okay. It's going to tap into it and reject immediately. It's going to go into the zone, consolidate, right, before it decides whether it wants to push up or push down, or price is going to hit this zone and just fly right fucking through it, take it out, and then just keep on pushing down, right? So one of those 3 things are going to happen. And depending on the context of the market, that's going to determine which one's more likely to happen. So for example, if I have a feeling we are in a bullish market, then more than likely these FVGs, when we get pullbacks to these bullish FVGs, we're going to get the rejection and price is going to continue to the upside, creating a higher low as we're continuing in our uptrend. Another thing that could potentially happen is that it could consolidate a little bit as it's trying to decide what it wants to do, and then it creates a higher low and price pushes up in its uptrending direction. Okay, and then vice versa for sells as well too, for bearish FVGs. So you can see here, all right, we have a bearish FVG, 3 candlesticks, 1, 2, 3, but now it's flipped. Okay, so the first candlestick, the low of that candlestick is going to be the top of the bearish FVG. Aggressive move. And then the third candlestick is the high of that third candlestick is going to be the bottom of that FVG, right? Same thing here. 1, 2, 3. First candlestick, the bottom, the low of that first candlestick is the top of the FVG. Aggressive move. The third candlestick, the high of that candlestick is the bottom of the FVG. And same thing, if we're in a bearish market, more than likely what's going to happen? Price is going to reject. In this specific case, it didn't even pull back as far as the FVG, but more than likely price is going to reject and hold, create a lower high, and continue in a downwards direction because the context of the market is bearish. Okay, very, very simple. Now, how do I utilize this in my everyday trading? So let's go to, right now, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go to the next day. All right, so goddamn, price is extremely bullish here. So 5, 6, 7. Okay, so price is super extended. Okay, so the likeliness of me taking a trade for a buy is pretty fucking slim. So let's actually just keep on going to the next day. All right, so this right here is Asia session. Okay, so this is a perfect example right here. If I truly believe we're in an uptrend, which price is extremely bullish, we're above all my moving averages, above my VWAP, or closer to being above than below. I have an area of resistance right here. Now, look at this. We have a bullish FVG and a bearish FVG right next to each other. Now, at the end of the day, what matters the most is context. Okay. How can you expect to get to your destination unless you have a roadmap? How can I expect to take a profitable trade if I don't know what the fucking trend is? Right. This is very important. So if I truly believe that we are in an uptrending market, I'm only looking for buys. And I need to take into consideration that I do have a heavy area of resistance slash this bearish FVG that's in the way. Okay. So if that's the case, if I understand that the context of the market is an uptrend, then what's going to happen? More than likely, this bullish FVG is going to hold. And at some point, especially when volume kicks in, this bearish FVG is going to get ran through, right? So let's say me just being super smart, super safe, I'm going to look for a buy setup once price breaks above my FVG here, okay? And let's say I want to aim for previous highs, okay? So I'm not getting in any sooner because I've already seen that price has rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this bearish FVG. So I want to see that the bearish FVG gets completely cleared. I want to see that this bullish FVG is still being held, and then I'm going to enter the trade. So let's see what happens. Price pushes up. We're in the setup. It pushed through the bearish FVG. Get a pullback here. Now I'm feeling pretty good about my stop loss because where my stop loss is, it's below that bullish FVG that we've already seen price has rejected multiple times, right? It's holding, it's holding. And as it's holding, we're getting higher low, higher low, higher low, or equal low, higher low. Another higher low just got created. Okay, so we're getting bullish price action. There we go. And then price hits full TP. So hopefully that video was super, super helpful. I plan on dropping more informational videos about not only FVGs, but how I trade, my strategy, just so you guys are getting as much value and as much sauce as possible. I plan on dropping videos every Tuesday and Thursday of every single week. So be on the lookout for all the sauce. I'm going to be dropping again. 2026 is going to be the year you are going to be profitable, the year that you're going to be consistent, but it's going to start. It's going to start with showing up every single day, being consistent, tracking your trades, tracking your data, back testing, finding a way to get better, even if it's just 1% every single day. So y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.